Windows95man has won the Finnish selection Yhden musiikin kilpailu 2024. They did not perform very well, with the juries only placing in 7th out of 7, but the duo smashed the televote, which was enough to crown them as winners of the competition. They will travel to very far Sweden with their song No Rules to perform in the first semi-final. Gabe, you were there.
I was.
What was it like?
It was amazing. Onko täällä suomalaisia? Hey, suomalaiset. I loved this show. I thought it was amazing. I thought Finland was amazing. Losing Paskana, which came second, hurt a lot, but No Rules was my second favorite of the selection. We should say that Windows95man is actually taking some time to consider whether he's going to participate. So it's very likely, but not certain yet. I thought this was a really important year for UMK because they upscaled the venue a lot. So the show had really grown. It was a risk. But I think what we've seen is, again, talking about that, developing a national competition into an event in and of itself. Every single song went straight into the upper parts of the Spotify chart in Finland. And when they were immediately after, I checked the Finnish charts just before we came on today. A bunch of them are charting in the top 40. So the acts have all done well out of this. And that's why the show itself is going to remain strong. In terms of the winner, it's naturally going to be divisive, but something like this was always going to be divisive. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a bit of, it's a bit silly. It's obviously, like, it's not the most serious song in the world, right? But Windows95man is an entertainer, and that really showed. I think Henry Pispanen as well, who is the singer he's performing with, is a good singer. And I think they'll do pretty well. I think they'll qualify out of their semi-final, even though they're in the tough semi-final. And I think they're on for a potentially big televote score as well. This kind of music is really popular, basically, if you're between the age of 25 and 45, which is probably most of the viewers of the contest. So I'm really excited about this. I think it could be a lot of fun. Like I said, though, I was gutted to lose Paskana, which meant a lot to me as a song on a personal level. Like really, really, really a lot. And I know a lot of people felt like that. So, I'm grateful to have heard it. Sad it's not going to Eurovision, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
About Paskana or about
both?
No,
all of the above.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad Paskana didn't win. I know it's got a really good lyrics, but I'm always a bit allergic to a basic trap beat. And then, like, a trap beat saps out the emotion of a song so much. Like, I think she can do a lot better if she really has, like, a violin orchestrated song or something in the next year or in the future. I think that could be amazing. Like, she was really good. So I kind of hope she comes back with a better song even. Anyways, with that out of the way, I quite enjoy Windows95man. I think I didn't see it coming that it would win, but seeing this performance, they literally were like, "Oh, I throw everything in the kitchen sink at it," and then they were like, "What should we add more? An egg made out of jeans?
A jag?
What?
The jag?
Yeah.
The jag."
I need to interfere here for a moment. Mike, don't share my address. I know you have it, but don't. I'll make up for it. Either way, what do we want more? We want a jeans coming from the roof, right? This is like a fever dream. Coming from the roof, then we detach it, and out of those things that got detached, we will have sparkles flying around. What will I do with it? Frantically turn around in circles. Why not? It's a visual and an audio feast, and it is amazing. It is such a wonderful thing to watch. It's maybe not the best song necessarily, but it's gonna do really well at Eurovision. Like, locals will see this, and if they can replicate that staging, even 50% of it, it will smash the televote. Like, it will get such a high score. People will be like, "Wow, what the hell was that?" I'm gonna pick up my phone for it and vote. And I don't think Finland has much to worry. even if they're in the tougher semifinal. And yeah, maybe not to the extent that Cha-Cha did, but it will definitely be top 10.
Yeah,
I will pencil mark it in right now.
Completely agree. I think it's obviously not Cha-Cha-Cha, but the biggest mistake that you could make would be attempting to emulate Cha-Cha-Cha. Like, you cannot, that happened organically because you made the conditions for it to happen organically. The way to make it happen again is to maintain the conditions, not to try and force it. And I do still think, on the basis of what we've seen, Finland is going to win Eurovision soon. I yapped about it for almost an hour in my video about this. Like, I think they're on the right track anyway. This song is clearly going to do well. I think really it just shows that, you know, that I think there is a certain, I think Finns, we can look at now the recent entries and say Finns like energy and Finns like fun in their entries.
Yeah.
But they did show, because let's not forget, Sara Sipilä scored 203 points in the televote. They've shown they are willing to vote for ballads. They're willing to put their faith in ballads as well. So I think we will see that side of Finland in time as well. I just think some of the catastrophizing I've seen, some of the catastrophizing I've seen about UMK this week is a bit ridiculous. Like, everything's fine. Everyone needs to relax. Essentially, my point of view. It's going to be fun. It's going to make the final. It's going to do pretty well with the televote. Maybe a let 3, 13th or 12th place style result. And I think Finland would be very happy with that. I think if they got 3 figures with the televote, then they go, okay, yeah, we're happy with that this year. That's a nice place to go.
I think you're underrating what locals will think of it. Yet to be seen in my wonderful series that will make a comeback of Locals React. Shameless plug 23.
Subscribe to Roy TM.
Oh, yes. I never say that, by the way, which is not smart.
Subscribe. I'm shameless. I say subscribe to ESC Gabe all the time. Just saying those words has traumatized Jay. He's now like curled up in a ball, sobbing on the floor.
Also subscribe to ESCUnited, though. Don't forget that, because it would send Matt a nice get well soon message. That's always amazing.
Seriously, you should all do it right now. In fact, we'll sit and wait for a moment and stare at you while you do it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, moving on.